Hello and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've already watched some of my videos. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon so you'll be notified anytime I post. So there's a lot going on, but I'm trying to stick to as much normalcy as I can because I'm currently working from home, and that can be a bit interesting. It's definitely different, to say the least. So I want to try and stick to as much normalcy as possible, and so this is how I'm going to do it, by just sticking to my regular videos and keeping on with my normal schedule. So it is almost payday, which means I need to check in with my with my cash envelopes and sinking funds and make sure I'm on track with those. The good news is everything seems to be going pretty good, even in these trying times. I'm not going out as much, which means less opportunity to spend, but it does add to the stir craziness just a bit. But it is what it is. We need to stay safe, we need to stay healthy, and this has been determined as the best way to do it. So I'm definitely not going to mess that up, because I don't know if you guys know, but I do have asthma. This winter it has been a lot worse. So I know I'm not like in as much danger as, say, someone who is much older than me and does have multiple conditions, but still the threat of pneumonia, it developing into pneumonia and respiratory symptoms. The respiratory symptoms definitely do kind of scare me, so I am being very cautious, especially because of my niece as well. She's young enough and has some things that make her more susceptible, so I definitely want to stay healthy for her as well. Okay, so let's jump in. So first off is my giving cash envelope. I do budget $130 because of the coronavirus. We're not meeting, and right now we don't have a way to do payments electronically, so I did only give $65 of this money so far. But what I'm going to do is, however many weeks we're out of church, I'm just going to keep putting that money aside, and then once we're able to meet again, I'll just give the whole contribution at once, because that is what I'm wanting to do. I do want to tithe and do what I've been told to do in the Bible, and so this is how I'm going to continue doing it. So I should have $65 left. So this is my giving envelope. 50, 65. Alright, and we'll just keep adding to that amount until we're able to gather again. Or they set up electronic payments, whichever comes first. For restaurants, so hockey has been canceled. Well, sort of. The regular season has been canceled, and because of how they did the calculations and where my team was at the time the schedule was it was canceled, my team didn't make it to playoffs. So I had no reason to use this money, not to mention, of course, we're being encouraged to stay in, only go out when necessary, and fast food isn't really necessary, although I may go out once or twice just to get myself out of the house a little bit. But yeah, so that is so I did budget $30. I spent $0, which means I have, I usually do the cash symbol before I do this video, and I forgot this time. So I do have $30 left, or I should have $30 left. So this is my restaurants. $30, so that's going to go aside and it'll be put towards my debt, which, if you haven't seen, I do have a debt update and a tax refund update, so go check that video out here. It just released on Tuesday. Okay, next I did have $20 for fun money. I did spend this on some crafting supplies to kind of keep me busy if the situation came to working from home, self-isolation, quarantine, etc. I wanted something to be able to do beyond library books to read, so I did buy some craft supplies. So before everything got to the point of declaring a state of national emergency or state of emergency in my province, so now obviously I won't be going out and doing any of that stuff, so hopefully I'll be able to save that $20 for the end of the month that I'm going to stuff in my cash envelope stuffing video, which should be coming next Friday. Although it might have to be a bit different because I'm not sure if banks are giving out I need to check if banks are still giving out cash, or because I know some stores were being leery about taking it, if not banning it altogether. So fun money had $0 left. Groceries, I did spend quite a bit on this to stock up on some things. So I did budget $65. I spent $61.50, which means I should have $3.50 left. So groceries, and I'm just going to dump this out because that's easier than trying to dig in there for the money. So 2, 3, 25, 50, and that's going to be put in my cash envelopes, change envelopes to go into my change jar when the change envelope gets a little too full. So for bus, which buses are still running, however, they're getting people to get on and off on the back, at the back door, which means fare is free, although I haven't had to use it at this moment because I am currently working from home, and I went to visit my parents because that was the plans, and I was able to get what remained of groceries. So yeah, so I did, let me do this quickly first. I did budget $40. I spent $0 of this, and so I should have the 40 left. And speaking of that, I need to keep an eye on transit because there's a possibility that they might do either they might tell people to hold off on getting bus passes, or they might make the month of April free because this is obviously going to be around for a while yet. We'll just have to wait and see. So, 20, 40. And then next time I'll put in 45, and that'll be enough for a bus pass. Although, like I said, I'm going to hold off on buying it until I absolutely have to. And then $40. So altogether for my cash envelopes, I budgeted $285. I spent $146.50, which means I was under budget by $138.50. So all in all, a good month budget-wise at least. Something positive, I guess, behind all this sickness. Alright, so next up is my budgeting, or my sinking funds. Of course, all this is budgeting. Jeez, my brain some days, I swear. So first up is my gifts, and this is one of my special categories because where I have $300, I did put $250 of that into my high interest savings bank account to try and get some interest on that money, and that will stay there until I start shopping for Christmas gifts and need that money back. But I did forget a coworker's birthday, and we just kind of gave each other small presents, so I did spend $25 of this, which means I still have $275 left, and $25 of that is going to be in my envelope because the $250 is in my bank account. So $250, $270, $275. And we are the first paycheck of April, which should be out. Wait, give me 1 second. So not this next cash envelope stuffing, but the cash envelope stuffing after that. I will be switching to my spring-summer budget because hockey's over. So that means my restaurant money goes down, and so does my gifts money. But yeah, that's something I'll update you once we actually get into that point. Excuse me. So vacation is next. I do have $190 saved there. I spent nothing, so I should still have the $190. Okay, so, oops, vacation. 50, 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So that's well on track. So we'll stuff that. There we go. MISC. Oops, wrong pen. That was close. I did have $130. I needed to get a refill on my, well, not a refill, but like I had to purchase my multivitamins that I take along with vitamin D and my birth control. So that came to $20, but because I did get that from Costco, but it's got a year's worth. And the thing is that kind of gets stretched a little bit because I do tend to forget on the weekends a little bit more. Usually during the work week, it's easier to remember because I'm just so used to going in and taking my pills before I start work. So the weekends are just a little bit more of a gray area. But yeah, so I went and got those, which means I should still have $110 left. So let's count that. MISC. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. So good savings for that one. And again, trying to get up to that 250 so I can get my eye exam updated, and I'll probably get some new prescriptions in my glasses. What's next? Subscription. I did hit the $100 mark, which I'm gonna save for next November for Disney Plus renewal, which I know $89.99 was what it was cost this year in Canada, but I just want to count a little bit extra just in case it goes up. And I did spend $0 of that money, so I should have the full $100 left. And I'm going to keep putting money into this, but every time I hit a $50 mark after the 100, I'll take that 50 out, get a Netflix gift card, and then I don't have to pay it. I don't have to pay it for a couple of months. Well, several months. And then I'll have had enough time to save up that next 50 and get another gift card, and then basically I can just take that payment out of my monthly paycheck, monthly budget kind of thing. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100. So there we go. Enough for Disney Plus. I'll just put that back in. And now to start saving for Netflix payments to get ahead on. And now we're to my next special envelope, and I'm going to explain this a bit more because, again, it did hit the 250. I put that 250 in a high interest savings account, so I can hopefully get some interest off that. Not a ton, but a little is better than nothing. And so the rest is in cash that I've started building up again. So I do have, or I should have, $340. And I'm going to explain this a little bit. Okay, so I already paid for my playoff tickets because my team did not make it to playoffs, slash if playoffs were to go ahead, that is, because at this point that's kind of uncertain with what's going on with coronavirus, but they for sure have canceled regular season, and because of how the standings were, we were unfortunately one of the 2 teams that did not make it this year. That's fine. Hopefully we'll get better draft picks. But I did buy my playoff package early to get a discount and to get a couple of special benefits. So what that means is that money I put towards my playoff tickets will be put onto next season tickets, which it should be around $5.90. I'm not sure if that's going to raise or not. We haven't been told that. What we have been told is because we missed the last 2 home games of the season ticket holders are being given the option to either request a refund, or if they would like to continue with their season tickets, we will be credited for 4 games instead of 2. So what that means is, for instance, a season ticket holder pays $17 a game if you break down the cost of their tickets, when regular adult tickets are $20, and these are all regular adult prices, because of course I'm not a student anymore. So $17 per game. So they will take off $17 plus times 4, which 17.34 should be about $68, I think. So combine that with the $360, and it should, or the $260 that I paid for playoff tickets, and I should have about, what did I say? $360 or $260 plus 60 would be about $320. Tickets are $590, we'll say. So I should only have to pay like $200 or something like that. So I mean, I've got that saved, so that won't be a problem. But like I said, I won't know for sure what the cost is until they come out with the not receipts, the invoice of how much we have to pay. So I am going to continue saving, because even if this is enough to cover my season tickets for the 2020 to 2021 season, again, there is still playoffs, and I'm still going to probably keep on with my tickets for the next year. So I'll just continue saving until I get that amount that I need to save for next year's tickets. Okay, so I did spend $0 of that. So sorry for that big long rant, but I wanted to explain that. So I should have $340. $250 of that, of course, is in the bank account. That has not been spent. And here is my hockey envelope. So $250, $270, $290, $310, $330, $340. So there we go. $340 saved for my season tickets. Alright, so let's do some math. Altogether, for my sinking funds, I had budgeted $1,060. I did spend $45 of that, which means between my savings accounts and my sinking funds in the envelopes right now, I have $1,015 even. So yeah, things seem to be going well. I'm really glad that I have my health, and so does my family. And I really hope that you guys stay healthy, listen to what your state, province, country is saying, and know that we will get through this. It's rough. It's going to continue being rough even after the sickness gets either a vaccine or a cure or something, just because we all need to recover financially as well. But we will get through this. It will get better, I promise. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon so you'll be notified anytime I post. And don't forget to like and comment. I really want to know how you guys are doing especially with everything going on. But yeah, so until next time, bye.